Okay, we're first going to talk about what is an indefinite integral. Well, it just means that it's an integral that hasn't been defined, and we usually use the indefinite integral when we're first learning how to integrate a function. All right, so let me explain some things first. So remember in math, you have operations that undo. So, like the undoing of addition is subtraction. So, for example, 3x plus 4 is equal to 12. To undo addition, we subtract, right? The undoing of multiplication is division, or the undoing of division is divide. So 4x equals 12. The undoing of multiplication is division. Okay? Then you've got roots and powers. The square root, to undo a square root, is you square it, because remember, square root means 1/2 power, and to undo a fractional, you raise it with its reciprocal, that undoes it. So that's why when you take a square root, you raise it to the power of 2, that cancel. If it's a cube root, you raise it to a power of 3. So those are operations that undo each other. So this notation right here is the notation that is you're going to integrate. So this right here is the command to integrate. This right here is the command to add, or take the sum, take the difference, take the product, take the quotient. Those are all those operations or are commands. Okay, so that I'm just kind of giving you a background. For those of you that already know this, then this would be a video to skip. Okay, and then also this should look like that. Okay, so think about this as which, wow, which function's derivative is negative 4x, and you'd work backwards. Well, if f of x equaled negative 2x squared, then the derivative function, you'd bring the 2 down in front, and then 2 subtract 1 would be negative 4x. All right? So you start with the original function, you take the derivative. Well, now the antiderivative is working backwards. So let's see what we did. So this is x to the first. So we're going to add 1 to this. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then we're going to divide 2. And that will give us negative 2x squared. Now, we're not done. Remember, if you have a number, the derivative, let's say that there was a plus 5 there, or plus 1,000. The derivative of a number is 0. So the antiderivative of 0 is a number. We just don't know which number it is. There's infinite possibilities. So what you do is you put an uppercase C to represent, oh, we know that there could have been just this extra constant. We don't know what it is, but this part right here is part of the indefinite integral. So, all right, so having explained all of that, let me walk you through how you would show your work. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a video on, the next video will just be several examples. This is just the explanation video. So you put the uppercase F means integration, integral. So we're going to, this is how you show your work. You add 1 to whatever this exponent is, and then you take that sum and divide that function by that number, but you also tack on that possibility, oh yeah, the original function could have had a number. We just don't know what that number is. And then finally, -4 divided 2 is -2. And then 1 plus 1. This is the indefinite integral to that function. All right, the next video is I'm just going to go through and do several examples.